Alright, welcome back everyone. I've been doing a bunch of stuff in the meantime here where I've sort of been like recording 3 different things at once. But now I finally have some bary eggs, so we're gonna go and hatch a bunch of these and see if we got what we were looking for. Because in the bary case, we have basically perfect stats on the female, and then we were going to lower some of the food and oxygen and speed stats using the lower level male. And we're looking for, I think it's like level 135 or 136 or something in these eggs-ish, sort of around that mark. Hopefully with those stats we're looking for. Basically it's stamina at 27. Actually, no, I'm gonna go look at the mom with that. Okay. So basically, yeah, we're hoping for that 27 stamina, the 24 weight, the 29 melee, and the 23 health from her. And then from him, we're hoping for that 13 with food, the 12 for oxygen, and the 7 for speed. Just because those stats don't actually do anything for the berries. So yeah, see what happens. Just gonna do like 3 at a time. Yeah, that's the right key for them. Okay. Oh, do we already have a 135 right there? We do. Are you the right? Come here. No, not quite. That's fine. Yeah. And these other 2 are... yeah, no, not the stuff we're looking for. There. Okay. I'll do a few at a time here, because I have 18 more and then like a full box full right there, so. Okay. Alright, so I know that first bit there was like actual talking alongside recording, but for this particular episode I'm going to narrate over it after the fact, because there wasn't a lot that I had to say while I was recording all of this. So yeah, I'm going to talk over it instead of during it, because, you know, I can't exactly go back and fix that when I didn't talk. And also it was a case of this happened over the course of a while, to the point that the environment that you're going to see these babies hatching in is going to change a lot. Because in the meantime of breeding the berries, I took the time to actually build my base, which I will show in the next episode for how it was done. I think it's like 2 hours of footage or something that I'll narrow down to about, you know, a half hour or so. But yeah, what's happening here is I'm basically, as usual, I'm keeping all of the color mutations for right now. I did have a little mess up here where I entirely forgot that berries need to, or that they're pescatarians. They only eat fish. So if you saw that there, that I gave that red one just meat. So I did have, I think it was like a level 126 or something, instead of my 136, where it almost had the exact stats that I needed, and I was going to swap it in for, I don't remember if it was the male or the female, but it died because I didn't remember that they eat fish until too late. So you might see that somewhere in the footage here, but basically this is just me going through the eggs that I have, trying to get those mutations, and it's not working for a while, but yeah, it's fine. This is usually the way ARC goes. I do think I'll adjust my breeding stats a little bit in a while here, so I should manage to breed some better stuff much sooner and get into some caves, because my intention is that I'll go caving with the berries while breeding my armies. So at some point here during breeding the mutations for the berries, I'll be going out and taming a bunch of stuff. And yeah, but right now I have no idea what I want my berries to look like exactly. I'm kind of just going to see what mutations I get, and we'll go from there. So, because generally what I do, I think I explained this in the Dimorph episode as well, but I'll have my stats breeding line, and then I'll also include a color line. Oh yeah, see, here's that right there. That is the berry that I was going to keep and swap out. But anyway, I'll have my stat line and my color line, so I'll basically be throwing around those color mutations and seeing what I get out of them in a separate line from the stats. So once I've got all my stat mutations, then I can breed the two of them together, so I can get one of the berries that has the colors that I like, as well as the mutated stats. I think that's usually how most people do it. Although I do know that I don't think most people do the thing where they breed for the lower stat on food and oxygen and so on. I just figure that's sort of a way to, like, yes, I'm going to come out with a lower level dino, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't have, like, it's not like it's going to make a difference in the stats that it does have. So even though it's, you know, a level 36 or 136 instead of a 150 or a 200 or some such, nonetheless it is going to have, you know, that 29 level points into melee and the 23 into health and so on, regardless of what level it is. So then I figure if I lower those unneeded stats, then I just have more levels that I can mutate before I hit max level. I do think max level is like 450 or something, so there's usually breathing room, but I don't know. I find it a little bit more challenging, a little bit more amusing to bring down those unused stats and just be able to play more with the room that we do have. So yeah, I don't know if anybody has things to say about that, then go for it, but it's just a little thing that I like to do. And yeah, that's fun. Like I say, we're not getting a ton of mutations and stuff here, but this is the bulk of the process for getting to where we are. And I do get some decent mutations for colors, at least, out of it. And I have had before where I don't pay attention exactly to there being a mutation, like, partway through the breeding process before I get my perfect male and female. And that has screwed it up in the past, so I'm trying to be more diligent about checking that there's no mutations on anything. Yeah, like anything that I'm gonna be using for those perfect two creatures to breed. And yeah, there are a few little interjections in this episode where I did actually speak while recording. So if my voice changes or whatever, it's because, yeah, that's like an actual portion of talking while recording. And yeah, as you can see right here, there's a big switch from where we're outside to where we're inside. I don't think you get much of a sense of the interior of the base from these angles, so hopefully it'll be a little bit of a surprise for next episode. Or if nothing else, you'll enjoy watching it be built, because I find there's some interesting tricks that I've sort of figured out how to use. It does require S+ or superstructures, I believe, to do that sort of thing, although I'm not sure, I haven't built for a while without it. So, yeah, making progress. Oh, we might have a female here. Okay, we've got our female, I think. Don't have any, no mutations, perfect. Okay, so it's 136 is what we actually made, which I sort of figured because I believe there's 0 things in the, 0 stats into the levels initially. Okay. Alright, yeah, so as you can see there was a little bit of interjection of me just actually talking. And then a great thing about breeding too, for those who don't know, is that you earn levels from it because they're technically wild creatures. So yeah, you learn experience points. Or get experience points from killing the babies. So it's not an entirely lost cause. Yeah. So what am I doing here? I'm almost as confused as anybody else here, where I watch my own content and sort of go, wait, what was I doing? But yeah, I think this is just another segment showing how many eggs it takes before you get anywhere. Oh no, that's right. There was a male with almost the stats we needed. I think, what is it? He's only missing the stamina, it looks like. Yeah. He's only missing the stamina, so I was going to throw him in to breed with the first perfect female we got. Who's right? Yeah, I just took the fish from her. Just so then there's, you know, a better chance of getting the right levels that we want, because the more gap between the levels, the more chances of just sort of random stats in between. So I figure, you know, level 126 and a level 136, there's only 10 levels there that it can fiddle around with for the stats. So I do believe it was helpful in the end. And yeah, there's a mutation there for the stripes that I kind of didn't bother with. So I think I'm just getting rid of the last of the like level 88 and level 150 or whatever it was breeding eggs. Here is what I'm doing. Or maybe keeping this one. There's some color. It almost looks like a stripe color there. I feel like maybe, I don't know. I can't tell. So here what we're doing is there's this really pretty red that I found. The other red is sort of pale, like kind of coral red, I guess you might call it, or like pinkish over there. Versus this one looks a lot darker. And that stripe, I thought the other one here had a stripe mutation, but when I look closer at it in the light here, it does not.
It's definitely a nice red.
And to be fair, like, my breeding area is not very well lit right now. I'll probably fix that soon in coming episodes. Because I'll get, you know, some generators and stuff. I built a workshop before this that you can't see, but yeah, so we're just gonna unclaim this one and kill it because we don't need it, and keep that red mutation here. Because, like I say, I don't know exactly what I want them to look like, but that is a really nice red, and that would be pretty cool to keep as like the color line for the body, at least. If possible, I would probably want to put in like some purple and some or black with the red, depending. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see what mutations I get for color and go from there. I also have another little kitty here. I don't know if you can hear her purring. Hello. Hello. She is... How old are you again? You are 4.5 months? Yeah? Her name is Artie, or Artemis, and she has one eye. And she is the cutest little lynx point. And she loves me and nobody else. Hello. But yeah. So, getting those colors for mutation. Oh my goodness. And yeah, see, I'm trying to make it lighter so I can see if there's any mutations, but it's not really helpful. So I will pretty soon go and start some generators and get some lights happening in here, because I think I would like to have the inside of the base be the breeding area, because I know I'm not in PvP, but I like to hide the babies in a structure that's safe. And yeah, I think there's a point here too where I'm messing around with my gamma to try, yeah, there it is, to try and see things better. And it doesn't really help, like it helps sort of right here, but then you can't see any of the text. So it's definitely more a case of I need better lighting than the gamma, because yeah, I think firelight is not amazing for the gamma. See, it's really hard to tell. And yeah, I think right in here, pretty quick to get some. Yeah, I think these ones are good ones as well. These are. Yeah, we got like some twin females that are perfect, and a male, I believe, is what's happening. And Christ, Artie. There's a brief second of interjection here, just mostly because the cat messed up my recording stuff. She's so cute though. Hello. She's touching my face right now, and now biting my fingers. But yeah. So at this point, I just gotta finish up all these eggs that are left, just to see if there's anything And it's always better when you're trying to breed to have at least 3, I think I have 4 now, females. And the 1 male. And basically how the mutation stacking is that you want your male to be your mutation. Maybe this is the male. I don't know. I know that at some point here I get them. And yeah, you want the male to be your mutation, because then he can breed with a bunch of the females, but you do not swap mutated females. So basically if there's a mutated female, she's useless. You only want mutations in your males, and you keep your original perfect females. Because then if you stack your mutations all on one side, so for, in this case, the patrilineal side, I think that's how you say it, then you can stack forevermore, basically, so that like 0 out of 20 doesn't really apply, so long as you only have mutations on one side. And yeah, as you can see here, I'm naming them Perfect F and Perfect M, depending, like, respectively for male and female. And as soon as these guys mature, I will line them up and start them breeding for mutations. So in the meantime, I'll probably have, yeah, some of those building episodes and taming of army creatures and so on, and then later on have an episode more about the mutating of these berries again. So yeah, thanks for watching as always, and I hope you're enjoying the journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you back next time.